You know, as many of you know, I get to have these sessions with most of you who are in the mentorship community, those who are registered mentees, and those of you in the peak performance academic community because of one thing. And one of the major reasons that these sessions are important is because I believe in your success, right? I believe in the possibilities that you all can create for yourselves. I believe in what George can do. I believe in what Clotilde can do, what Laurentine can do, what Mespa, Naya, we can do. Everybody that is here, precious. I believe in what all of you can achieve. And this can only be possible if we are evolving as a people, if you are evolving as an individual, right? You cannot get to achieve incredible things by staying the same. And one of the best ways to do that is to absorb what I call wisdom precision, right? And that's why the power of having a session like this is very important, because many people get to just, bulldoze, try and error and all of that. But in a structured coaching and mentorship community like this, it makes it easier. I have had the privilege to travel 20 plus countries to coach different people and consult. And these people that get to make it don't do it from the place of guesswork. No, they will pay for the expertise or seek for the knowledge that will help them to do that, right? And there are many people that will get to succeed faster in this community because of what they get access to. And there are people at your same age that will struggle. Maybe what you get to achieve in 2 years, they can take 20 years to achieve because they are beating around the bush. You get a difference? For me, it was different because at a very young age, or when I started early, 13 years plus ago, I was able to understand the power of getting strategic information and knowing how to use it, right? Because sometimes for me, it's like an innate ability, or Christian may call it a divine ability or a grace to do that. There's an article that I will share today, I think, where do you know that there is a special school in Switzerland where they train kids from very rich families or powerful political families around the world? There is a school in Switzerland where they do that. Kids from rich homes, very rich families, very powerful families across the world, political figures. There is a particular school where they send their kids to. They have actually nicknamed that school the School of Kings and Queens because of the kind of content that they teach there, or because of the kind of families that send their kids there, right? And they do this intentionally. The school fee in this school is around $157,000. Cameroon money is about 96 million francs on average per year to go to that school, right? And I stumbled on this school while I was doing a couple of research. And one thing that stood out for me in what they teach in that school, apart from teaching things around the economy, geopolitics, technology, leadership, and one thing about this school is that they hire the brightest experts in each field to teach in this school. And the student-teacher ratio is very small. That means they make sure that one teacher is managing or coaching maximum 4 students, so that proximity and that relationship can be there, right? And when I was studying and reading more about this school, one thing stood out for me, that this school actually has a training. They actually have a subject on character and personality. They teach these kids from very wealthy families, powerful families, Families like the DuPont family, the Rockefeller family, the Clinton family, the Saudi family, all these powerful families across the world, the Walton family, the kids from these families, even though they're coming from rich families, they still invest in teaching them high performance character and personality. Because without high performance character and personality, even if you come from a very rich family, you may end up being a failure or just being an average kid. This is one of the secrets why some families are able to transfer wealth, power, and fame from generation to generation. Because there is a process, there is a way that they train their kids. That's why you would hardly see kids from, and this school is very secretive and exclusive. It's not publicly talked about. It's not publicly talked about. It's a very exclusive and secretive school. That's why you can hardly see kids from the very rich families. You hardly know where they are, right? But what caught my attention is that something as people may see as basic as character and personality is a subject in this school. There's a way they teach them how to think, they teach them how to behave, they teach them how to face life, they teach them how to solve problems. There's a subject on high performing character and personality. Now, they are already from rich families. Forget about them. What about you and I? Some of us are orphans. We have just one parent left. We are born in the village. We are from low income families, maximum middle families. You see? And one of the best things that you can give yourself as a person who is trying to build an incredible life is to have that high performing character and personality. You see, that is why I love to do things that stretch me personally. For example, like what we do here, we mostly have our trainings and coaching sessions at 3:30 a.m., 4 a.m., very early in the morning. It's not about waking up in the morning. It's about the kind of character. It's about the kind of attitude and personality that you're building within yourself. There are some things that when certain things come your way, they become normal. There are certain things that if some people go through, it will break them. But because of the attitude and the personality you have developed over the years, certain things come your way, you eat it for breakfast. There is a way you look at life. When people look at a challenge, all they see is a challenge, but you're seeing but how to make money. You're seeing but how to grow. You're seeing but how to cause a disruption and make things better. That kind of thing or that kind of way of looking at life does not come automatic. You grow into it. You intentionally grow into it, right? So it is important that as we begin to push ahead in this journey of success, this journey of greatness, this journey of impact and significance and all of that, one of your greatest assets is the kind of character and personality that you're building, not a survivor personality, not an average personality, but a high performing character and high performing personality. Somebody with a high performing personality where others are complaining, they are focusing on tapping into that complaint or into that same challenge and converting it into an opportunity or creating an opportunity or seeing how to disrupt the whole system to make it better. You see? Now, to talk about building a high performance character and personality, I want to specifically talk about the 7 negative mindsets that you have to kill if you are going to succeed. The 7 types of negativity that you have to destroy. You have to delete it out of your life if you are going to build a thriving career and something that is uncommon in this life. Are you learning something? Leave me a message in the chat box. Are you picking up something? Leave me a comment. All right. While you're doing that, let us look at the 7 negative habits that you have to kill. 7 types of negativity that you must kill in order to succeed. You will definitely succeed. Okay. So, like I always say, anytime that you are in my session, always think this way. What will I stop doing because of what I am learning? And what will I start doing because of what I have learned? Deal? Deal. All right. Let's quickly look at the 7 types of negativity you have to kill. You have to, you are not pampering it. Like I always tell you people, stop pampering what will destroy you tomorrow. Some of you are pampering sleep. It will destroy your destiny tomorrow. Some of you are pampering some friends. It will destroy you tomorrow. Some of you are pampering some negative, terrible habits. You hide and you go drink alcohol. When you see me, you start pretending. Right? Yes. So you need to pick out those negativity, right? Habits. But today we're talking about types of negativity. All right, let's look at it quickly and then we can take questions and we're good to go. All right. So the first negativity is perfectionism. Yes, perfectionism is a negativity. You see, many people are not able to achieve a lot because they want to be perfect. There's a difference between excellence and perfectionism. And nobody can ever become perfect. There are many people that have not started a business because they are waiting for the perfect time, perfect amount of money, perfect idea before they start. But this is why look at every business, look at all the apps in your phone. They always update the app almost every month, sometimes even every week. Because you focus on achieving excellence, not perfectionism. The greatest of them all don't focus on perfectionism. They focus on excellence at a time. There are many people that have failed to do anything that makes sense in the last 10 years, 5 years, because they keep waiting, oh, this is not there, this is not there, without starting from where they are. Start with what you have, start with what you're good at, and begin to improve. Right? So if you are going to become great, you're going to thrive, you're going to be a disruptor, an achiever, you need to kill perfectionism and focus on excellence. Trying to achieve something that is literally unattainable will only result in you feeling less than. You're always going to feel less than who you are. You see? So focus on, have I done my best? Then I'm going with my best. That is it. And you're going to improve later. My personal mantra in this case is start now and improve later. Start now and improve in the process. That's how you're going to get things done. But if you keep waiting for when things will be perfect, when you have the perfect amount of money, the perfect support, the perfect whatever, you are not going to start and you will never achieve anything. You see? Start there. I was talking with a young man. He had been applying for scholarships in Europe and America. I'm like, have you tried scholarships in other African countries? Have you tried Asia? You must not go to America from Cameroon. Sometimes it's difficult. You don't have the right finances, the right support, it's difficult. But maybe if you get a master scholarship in Egypt, in Morocco, or in Singapore, or wherever, from there, You can start planning yourself on how to go to a better country. Stop only waiting for when perfect things are going to happen. You can set one goal at a time and you have in mind the ultimate goal. But before the ultimate goal ever manifests, set other achievable goals. You see, stop striving on things that are literally unattainable and blaming yourself and getting depressed that life is hard. What have you done so far? That's why people come to me telling me, oh, life is difficult, life is this, life is that. What have you been doing so far? They say, no, I was planning to, what have you been doing so far? No, I am thinking to, what are you doing right now? They'll be looking at you like that. You get a difference? So if you are going to succeed and keep on succeeding, focus on using what you have to the best of your ability and move. Another example is always like I used to tell people, stop waiting for when you're going to have the best dresses. Iron the one that you have, make it look neat, dress well, use what you have, and move forward. The day is going to come when you're going to have all the best dresses that you want. You see, with you focusing on ironing and doing laundry and using the dress that you have in a way that is neat, is you achieving excellence with what you have. Stop waiting and being downtrodden that you don't have the best dresses to wear. Meanwhile, it is unattainable. You are broke. Nobody's there to support you. You cannot afford it. So why are you waiting for the best dresses when you cannot afford it? You get the difference? So perfectionism is a negativity. Focus on excellence. Focus on achieving relatable and realistic goals, right? The second one to kill is judgment. Judgment. The second type of negativity you have to kill is judgment. When you are judgmental, you are only focusing on the negative qualities in yourself and others. There are many people that when they look at themselves, they only judge themselves negatively. When they look at themselves, the only thing that they see is negativity. And they've taken that same mindset to ideas, to careers, to even people, to even the people they are dating or they are married to. Very judgmental type of human beings. When they look at things, they don't see good. They see they only judge how bad it is, how terrible it is, how hard it is, how difficult it is. People like that don't progress because they never start or embark on anything because they only see negativity. One of my friends told me one time, it's as if I'm blind to negativity. I don't know how to see things that is, except if it's really, really, really bad. I focus on, oh, this is how good this is. How can we make it so good that it overshadows negativity? That's what I think. How can I amplify my strength that my strength is so good that it overshadows my weaknesses? If you're going to achieve a lot, you have to tune your mind from being judgmental to seeing growth, opportunities, and positivity. Challenge your mind, train your mind to see strength and possibilities instead of only judging, oh, this is wrong, oh, the color is this, oh, this is bad, oh, this has gone left, this has gone right. Check people who complain a lot. Go and check their how do they call it? Achievement benchmark. Go and check. They have very little to offer, very little to achieve. Chief judgment officers with low results. Go and check people that are just bulldozing. They focus on the good in every opportunity. They focus on amplifying the strength. They focus on taking advantage of what is working and improving and making it look good. Go and see, they always produce results. So if you have a judgmental mindset, you need to start training your mindset that in any situation, even if your mindset is pushing you to see only bad things, negative things, wrong things, or weaknesses. Retrain, challenge your mind. What is good about this thing? Get a pen and a paper, start writing on the good things that you can see. Push your mind, train your mind, challenge it, push it, focus on good, right? What is good? What is good? Do that. It's going to help you a lot. And it's going to help you to be somebody who is an achiever. Because anybody who sees good consistently is always motivated and inspired to do more so they can achieve more good. But if you have a mindset that you see only negative things and you are judgmental, you will never take action because your mind will only paint you failures and weaknesses and difficulties, and you will always be unmotivated to take any steps. So you have to kill this judgment negativity. Number 3, self-doubt. I always say that one of the greatest enemies of success, one of the greatest killers of success is self-doubt. If you don't kill self-doubt, it will destroy you. Self-doubt can paralyze your ability to take action. However, self-doubt, when treated with a growth mindset, is information. Are there moments I doubt myself? Yes, but there is a way I look at self-doubt. What is sponsoring the self-doubt? Let's say, for example, somebody reaches out to me or a company reaches out to me to go and do a consulting or to train on something that maybe I am not used to training often, or maybe I'm doubting if I have the right skills or knowledge. A little bit of self-doubt may start stepping in. So instead of allowing it to control me, I focus on what is sponsoring the self-doubt. What is the trigger? Okay, sometimes I get a pen, I start breaking it down, analyzing, and I pinpoint what the trigger is. Then I feed that trigger. I educate myself on that trigger, then the self-doubt dies. Many a times it is lack of competence that sponsors self-doubt. Many a times it is people overstepping their bounds to do things that they are not trained to do or they are not yet qualified to do that sponsors self-doubt. Or self-doubt is due to comparison. You compare yourself with somebody who is more better than you. Maybe they have been training more than you or they have done more than you. Meanwhile, you're still at the entry level in that career or in that area. And sometimes self-doubt is by what you hear from other people or from your own people. They start comparing you with other people. If you are not mentally strong and you don't kill that self-doubt, because you cannot control what people say. They will say yes, but it's your responsibility to control what you hear and how you react to it. So sometimes you can cut off some friendship or stop going to some places because you want to stop hearing things that will feed your self-doubt. Because you need to hear things that feed your competence, feed your confidence, feed your worth, and makes you feel that you have the ability to get it done. Most people who have self-doubt always end up as low achievers because their energy towards achievement is always low because they're always doubting. Will I be able, can I, you see? So anybody who is always thinking like that never really achieve anything incredible because a big part of their mind is self-doubt. So if you are going through self-doubt, you're doubting yourself, your competence, you're doubting your skills, your knowledge, and all of that, you need to start training yourself out of that. You need to kill it, delete it out of your life, and develop the right mindset in that area. Develop a growth mindset. Develop a confident mindset. Develop a strong belief system because you need these things. You need this character trait if you are going to be a high-performing professional or a high-performing entrepreneur. Right? Are you picking up something? Leave me a comment. Out of the three that I've treated already, which one do you think that is a big challenge for you or a little challenge for you? Let me see feedback in the comment section. Out of perfectionism, judgment, and self-doubt, which of these negativity types do you think is a big challenge for you or a small challenge for you? Yes, I want to see feedback. Self-doubt. Okay. Perfectionism. Okay. Again, you see, which is okay. So this is just an opportunity now for you to use them and grow, right? Again, and one important thing about self-doubt that I've seen with a lot of, young people young people is that they oversteps their bound. They get excited with what other people are doing in their field, and they want to play the same game that they are doing. Then they start doing things that they are not capable of doing yet. They still need to grow. They still need maybe 5 years to grow to that level. So they start doing big things, talking big talks. But when they are alone, they are doubting themselves. It happens a lot, especially in this field of public speaking and training and coaching and comes. Everybody wants to be a coach, a trainer, all of that, right? So they get to just boom, 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 do stuff, you see, which is not good. One way to overcome self-doubt is to go at your pace. Start doing what you are already good at while training yourself in the areas where you desire to become good at. That's how it works. Even me at this level, with doctorate degree, with all these things, traveling 20 plus countries, doing all of these things, there are still things I'm learning every day, and there are still courses I'm still taking. There are still people I'm still buying their books and buying their courses and learning things that they know that I don't know. Instead of saying that, oh, I can do this because they are doing it. And then when I'm alone, I start feeling like, oh, I can't even do this thing I'm writing, or all this profile like this, all this big name I'm posting on Facebook, I cannot write, I cannot do it. You see, people oversteps their bound, hyping. Like I say, if you market anything that you cannot do, it's called hyping. It's not branding. It's not marketing. You're just telling big lies. And that's how self-doubt starts setting in. But if you are doing things that you are good at, you are trained at, you have experience in, and you keep growing that area, there's no need for self-doubt because you're doing what you are good at doing while learning and pushing further to where you want to go. Okay, good. The fourth negativities you have to kill is assuming the worst. If you never think things will be better, they won't be. This removes hope. If you never think things will be better, they won't be. This removes hope. Many people live life always assuming the worst. They're always afraid. It's different from anticipating risk as a professional or a business person and setting, strategies to overcome it. This is being so, should I even say, it's being so evil. No, that's not the right thing. We're not living life expecting that bad things will happen to you. You know what that means? Yes. Always assuming bad things. You are in a car, you are assuming accidents. You are in a plane, you are assuming a plane crash. You have started a business, you are assuming that it will fail. You understand? Even though there is nothing proving that it's going to happen, but you keep on assuming it. Very dangerous mindset. Very dangerous negativity. And there is power in thoughts. There's power in the way you think. A lot of people have done research on the power of attracting what you think. So if you are the kind of person that you're doing something, you're doing a business, you're trying to make a career move, and 90%, 95% of your mindset is assuming only bad things or rejection or failure or all of that, how do you expect to even succeed? I always ask people, if you are God, will you bless somebody like that? Who is always assuming the worst? The person has no hope, has no faith, believes in no possibility, believes in no good news, only expecting the worst. 95% of their mindset is assuming the worst to happen. Very terrible mindset. And I always feel strongly that people like that, their life is always full of bad news. Look at their lives, you see bad news after bad news after bad news because they attract it in the way that they think. And when you assume the worst, there's no way you can take the best actions. There's no way you can make informed decisions. There's no way you can do things with understanding. There's no way you can see possibilities in what you're doing. There's no way you can stretch yourself and expect a big breakthrough to happen so you can become very successful. No way, because you're only assuming the worst. And when you assume the worst, it limits your ability to act as a person. So if you are here and you have that mindset, you need to overcome it. You need to start training yourself. And one of the best ways to train yourself to stop assuming the worst is speak the positive. Because you don't overcome thoughts with thoughts, you overcome thoughts with words. So anytime that your mind is pushing you to assume the worst, speak the reality. Speak it. Christians will say prophesy it, declare it, right? Speak it by faith. Speak the faith you want to see. Speak the hopes. Speak what you want to see. Speak the reality of what you're expecting. When you do that consistently, you will overcome that mindset of assuming the worst. For some people, it can take a couple of months or years to overcome that mindset, because if they have been having the mindset where they assume the worst for the last 30 years, last 20 years, you're not going to overcome that mindset overnight. You need to do it consistently every day to retrain your mind. You need to also start reading content, listening to content that will help you retrain your mind to stop assuming the worst. You're embarking on something, your greatest fear is it's going to fail. It's not going to work. It's going to fail. It's not going to work. It's going to fail. It's not going to work. How then do you want to succeed if your internal system is already reading failure? If your internal operating system is already validating failure? How do you expect the external ecosystem to feed you the success that they're looking for? That is you shooting yourself in the leg, as they say. Next, number 5, worry. You need to kill worry. Worry changes nothing except your health and your mental state. Very true. Worry changes nothing except your health, because when you're worried, you can get into depression, you can become sad, you can sit in one place, and your mental health can become affected, start having migraines, start having funny thoughts, and start thinking of how people are wicked to you. People even get into suicide thoughts and all of that because of too much worry. You have to kill worry. You have to kill worry. Will things be wrong? Yes. So I'm sitting here like this. I have my own things that are not going the way I want, but worry will never solve it. Worry does not change anything. But faith and application of wisdom changes things. If there's anything that makes you worry, replace the attitude of worrying with faith and wisdom. What do I mean wisdom? Begin to seek information, begin to seek counsel, begin to seek advice about that situation, how to improve it, how to change it, how to make it better. And while you're doing that, have faith that it will change. Believe that tomorrow will be better. Many people worry a lot because they use their present situation to conclude on their tomorrow. Meanwhile, what you're worried about today will not be there 2 weeks from now or 2 months from now. And if you are worried about something and you don't address it and you are just worrying, it will not go away. It is only a problem that is addressed or solved that goes away. If you just worry and you do nothing, you don't apply any wisdom, you don't take any action, it's not going to go away. So many people end up having worry negatively affecting their health and their mental state because all they do is worry and complain. But worrying and complaining will never cause that problem to go away. It is the application of wisdom that will solve that particular problem. So career, business, relationship, marriage, whatever, solve it. Address it head on. The more you procrastinate to solve a problem, the more worry is going to set in and begin to lead your life. And show me somebody who worries a lot. I will show you somebody who will never become a high performer. High performers don't worry. High performers perform. They solve problems. They get things done. They achieve. They face problems like every other person. The difference is they employ the elements of wisdom, application, and faith. And they believe that this challenge right now cannot define my tomorrow. I will get this sorted out. There's one thing I believe in. There is no problem on earth that cannot be solved. So I'll solve it, I'll manage it, I'll do something, I'll act. Even if it means coming back to square one and starting all over, that's another solution. But that problem will not disturb me. I will find a solution to it. Act, perform, solve it, and stop worrying. The sixth negativity to kill if you're going to be a high performer is complaining. When you focus on negative things, you are really setting yourself up for never being content. When you focus on the negative things, you are really setting yourself up for being a failure. You will never be a high achiever. Complaining is like the twin sister of worry. Oh, this country is so this. Oh, the economy is this. Oh, there are no jobs. Oh, they have not promoted me. Oh, business is so hard. Oh, this, my husband has gone up. My wife has gone down. My brother has gone up. My parents did not do this. You have complained since you were born till now. Tell me, how far have your life gone so far? Have you ever been celebrated and awarded as the best complainer in the world for achieving the best results complaining? You'll never see that. Complainers go nowhere because all they do is complain. All they do is complain. I was talking in a WhatsApp group, some prominent people in that WhatsApp group. They were raising complaints about Cameroon, the economy, and all of that. And president and all of that. And I came and said, you are way older than me, and you guys have been complaining about this thing for the last 30 years or 40 years. What have you achieved? These things you are mentioning, we already know that is there. So you writing good grammar around them, what does it change? What makes it better? And I said, I'll prefer you going to your community and empowering a young person to go back to school, get a skill, and try to make money for themselves as a better solution than sitting here and complaining. You want to complain, oh, Nigeria is bad. Oh, Kenya has done this. Oh, Cameroon has done this. Yes, that is there. What are you doing different? My parents did not do this. My parents did not do that. Yes, now that you have matured, what are you doing different? Complainers only complain. But it is the people that take the steps to address what is causing them pain that end up succeeding. Whatever you're complaining about, train yourself to start addressing that particular situation. See, these negativities we're talking about, from marriage to career to business to families to whatever, money, if you can overcome these 7 negativities, a lot will change in your life. And negativity drains a lot of energy. And that is energy that you need to retail to focus on important things. You need to retail and dedicate and pursue things that can change your life. The last one that we're looking at is controlling everything. Yes. You can't control everything. When you try and inevitably fail, you will only blame yourself. It's a big negativity. Somebody said the biggest wisdom is knowing what you can control and focusing on it, and knowing what you cannot control and letting it be. And many a times, things that we cannot control get to destroy us because we do not focus on controlling what we can control. So when things we cannot control come and hit our already poorly controlled life, everything just scatter, right? That we saw on the streets. Everything just go mbesek, as some local will say. When things you cannot control, for example, if you cannot control your finances, which is within your control, it's within your control to know how to make money, to save money, to invest or multiply money. That's within your control. Now, when disaster comes, God forbid, but let's say fire burns your house or flood comes, anything can happen, nature can happen, and nature is out of your control. Nature that comes and hits you, destroys everything. You have no savings, you have no investment, you have no land, you have nothing. But you have been making money, but there's nothing. Now, what you cannot control has come to your dwelling. And what was within your control, you are not controlling it. Now, double disaster has met you. You are now so broken. You are back to square one, no way to rise up. Another example. You are a young person. You're complaining about the political system, complaining about president, complaining about this and that. That is not within your control. You are not that influential. You are not that powerful. You are not a political party leader. You are just you from your poor family, just you. That is not within your control. Or we can say it's within your tiny control that when there is election after 5 years, after 7 years, you can go and vote. But what can your tiny vote really do? It's good to vote. Make sure you always vote. It's a civil right, very important. However, You keep on complaining and trying to control. Oh, if it will not change. And meanwhile, your life is within your control. Your character is within your control. Your habits within your control. Your ability to wake up from bed at 3 a.m., 4 a.m. and study and improve your mental intelligence and skills within your control. Your ability to grow your value creation and monetization is within your control. Your ability to go to networking events and attend sessions like this is within your control. But you are not doing that. Then you want to control something that is out of your control. High level negativity that you have to stop. Some people complain about their parents. Oh, they did not do this. Some are angry with their parents. Some are sad with their parents. Some don't even talk with their parents because their parents did this or they did that. So what? They have given birth to you. Your life that's within your control. What are you doing with it? You see? So many people need to identify what they're trying to control that is not within their control and let it be. Focus on what you can control because you can never control everything. Many people end up blaming themselves for things they had no control over. There are some things I need to forgive and let go. Know that, look, this was not within my control. Focus on what is within your control. I was teaching a young, just having a coaching session, and there's one thing I and my wife we do. It's one thing that we have learned to do. You see, no matter how we love each other, I cannot enter her minds and control her, right? So we have this thing where we say, you know what is within my control as a husband is to love you to the highest level I can love you, provide for you, do everything that I need to do as a husband. That is within my control. It's not really within my control to control your mindset, how you really think, I cannot enter your brain. I'm not the Holy Spirit. And what is within your control is to do same. When that happens, and there's that 100% energy, a lot changes. When any other thing that is coming that is outside our control, we can always face it easily because there is a lot that's within our control that we are building it on a daily basis. And something I was telling this young man I was talking to who is also married. You guys should focus on what you can control. Stop worried about what you cannot control. Sometimes you cannot control what their family members will say, what they will think, or what they will do. But focus on what you have power and authority over. That's your responsibility. Stop trying to feel bad for yourself or blame yourself because a human being that you cannot control did something wrong. And I always have to ask people, did you do your best? Did you do your best? Stop going and crying that one yeye boy or one yeye girl broke your heart. You cannot control that human being. They are an independent entity. Stop trying to control things you cannot control. Your best, you can just do your best to be a good partner. And if you are truly genuine and authentic and good and valuable to that person, and they end up breaking your heart, they lose you. You don't lose them. If you are also genuine, you do not lose them. They lost you. Because that is something that is not really, really within your control. You get the concept? Good. So be careful of a negative attitude of trying to control everything, trying to control nature, control human beings, control this, control that, etc. You can set strategies and tactics and all of that you can do, which is within your control. But there are some things that you are not God and not do anything about it. You can only do something about what is within your powers. When you do that, you will go places. So these are the 7 types of negativity to kill if you're going to succeed in your life, in your career, and in your business. I hope that you found this valuable. When I came across this amazing content put together by Jeroen, I was like, no, I need to share this. I need to share this, right? And I hope you found it valuable. And to some people, it's a reminder. To some people, it's a call to action. To some people, they need to totally change. To some people, they need to take concrete steps from today to address certain things. These are things that are within your control. And like I always say, there are certain things that will not manifest in your life externally if you don't get certain things internally sorted out. There's a certain amount of money, there's a certain career growth or business growth that will only start happening when there is a certain click internally. And when that click is there, it changes all the actions that you take. And when those actions change, the results that you attract into your life automatically change. Many people live life expecting a lot to come out externally. Meanwhile, what needs to trigger that external manifestation is internal, and they are not setting it out. So year in, year out, they are waiting for a breakthrough from outside. Meanwhile, they are the number one destroyer of their own breakthrough. So these are some things that you have to sort it out. As we said, you cannot be a high performer without having a high performing character and a high performing attitude or personality. And these seven negativity, as long as they are in your life, you would hardly become a high performing personality, right? So work on them, improve on them, and you will definitely see a lot of changes. I can take 2 questions and we'll run up. Questions? Did you learn something? Questions? Raise up your hand, type a question quickly, we'll run up. No question? Okay, right. I just see feedback. All right, good to know that this was relevant. And of course, you found some insights that you can practice. All right, guys, enjoy the rest of your day as you start your morning. Cheers.